Hello, my name's April, and welcome to the 5 Minute Grant Making Sessions Opportunity Fit Checklist. So, when you find an opportunity, you got to see if it's a good fit for you. Where do you start? Eligibility is the first place to start. Are you eligible to apply? If you're not, there is no point going forward. Deadlines is the second item to check. You are eligible, but do you have the time to submit, to work on the proposal realistically, to attend to all the requirements of that proposal, including contacting collaborators for letters of support, the internal mechanisms of your institution, the X business days that your research administration office requires prior to submission. All of that counts when thinking about the deadlines. The project needs. Are you realistically ready to deliver what the project requires? And can you really attend to this call? Or are you ready to adapt to the call so that the sponsor gets what they're looking for? There's no point trying to push your interests into what the sponsor is doing, because if it doesn't match what the sponsor requires, it will not be funded. The sponsor is not that open, unless of course it's one of those opportunities when it's open and they are looking for field initiated proposals and things like that. Those are a little more open. So review the project needs, the alignment with the agency. For example, NSF is all about STEM. The Department of Defense is all about what happens within the Department of Defense. And so you need to understand if you are in alignment with the agency. Is collaboration needed? Again, collaboration can be really complicated. It's a very strong point to have in your design, but it also in pre-award requires letters of collaboration. Sometimes it might require a memorandum of understanding related to very specific details of your project, including what kind of participants, how many, where things are going to take place, etc., etc. So collaboration, can you get that done before the deadline? Then the collaboration as a creative solution, right? It can, you don't have the expertise, you're bringing the collaboration that will cover for the requirements that you can promptly attend to. And then of course review the previous awards by the same solicitation program just to see where your project fits in relation to what was funded before. Talk to the program officer, usually very carefully, very thoughtfully, because you don't want to take too much of their time with questions that are irrelevant. And there are some questions that you can ask them that will get you very good information, and some questions they just can't answer. So just be very wise in how to make your questions and how to approach them, because their time is very precious and you really want to have a good relationship with them. And if all of the above look good and everything looks great, then look at everything again. And the reason for that is that the solicitation will become your very best friend in the world if you decide to submit to that call. You will read that document many, many times. You should become incredibly familiar with the entirety of the solicitation document. So as an example, let's go into our board, and let's just see what we have here. This is a board that I put up, and everyone that has a link can access it. And if you want a link, just contact me. I'll send you a link to this board. And here, off the bat, I already have the titles. I already have the deadlines. I already know today's May the 25th. So I already know that these opportunities, we would not have time. The deadline doesn't fit here. I know that the eligibility will likely be okay because this is a curated list. So I could scroll down and just go into opportunities in July, for example. And I see that in July I have the WT Grant Scholars Opportunity. Then I can click the link and I can look for the other criteria. What are they looking for? So they have a program overview, and they're looking for applicants should have a track record of conducting high quality research. Awards are based on applicants' potential to become influential researchers. So it's a development program for scholars? Is that what I'm looking for? So I can, look further into the details. If that's what I'm looking for, here's the amount, very important as well, distributed over the amount of time. So I can go through all the details of the opportunity and make sure that that's a good fit for me. Some opportunities, especially in the foundation level, it's easier to navigate through. When we go into federal funding, in some cases we might bump into, for example, opportunities that have a lot of text for us to read. Take your time, go through this, spend a whole 20 minutes looking at this document, if necessary half an hour, so that you can really understand what's going on here. Of course, this one was a random one that I clicked. The deadline is already too soon. We are in the end of May. This is June 13. There would be no time to develop this proposal in time. We do have a faculty that is developing a proposal to this, and it's looking really good, and we're ready to submit. But that would be already a red flag for this one. But then you can keep going and you can read the rest of the details, what they need. The proposed project will address the need of the proposed preparation. They will increase the number of personnel, high expectations to improve outcomes for children. You need to become familiar with everything that the solicitation asks for, and if they have priorities, absolute priorities, you must attend to those as well. So I hope this was useful. This is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.